guys, it's Kelly. I'm here, Kelly Ellie Stitches, over on Flosstube. This is my corner of YouTube where I talk about my cross stitch. Thank you for joining me. I think I'm Flosstube 7 now, so thank you for all commenting, liking and subscribing. It's very much appreciated to know that people are here and watching me and like what they see. I have had a little influx of subscribers come through because Adelaide Stitches mentioned me, so thanks for the shout out, Adelaide. March has been busy since we last discussed. I have got lists upon lists, and I think I've even got a list for my list, so it's just been a bit insane trying to organise Gertrude's birthday and then realising that Easter's straight after, and then it runs into the school holidays and everything else, so it's just been a bit crazy over here. I think life is settling down. I just need to get through April and then I can breathe for May, and then we've got the retreat in June, and then yeah, should be downhill to December from there. Anyway, what else we're going to talk about? Weather. Today it's a bit cold and windy. It's been a bit crazy with the weather wise. Some days are 32 degrees centigrade and then other days are just rainy all day and cold, and you're just like, what is going on? Pick a weather and stick with it. But we are heading into, I guess we're in autumn, so we're heading into winter, so that's to be expected, but it's just been a bit crazy. What else? Yeah, that's about it. Did our first parent-teacher interview the other week. Gertrude's doing really well with school, so that's great. I apologise for any water noises you hear, fish noises. Hubby bought a new fish tank off of Marketplace, and because it's old and off of Marketplace, he can't get a new lid for it, so the water evaporates quite quickly, which is also to do with the delay in Flosstube, because some days I felt like doing it but I couldn't because it was too noisy, and then the weekends where it wasn't too noisy we were busy, so it's just been a bit of a struggle. But anyway, I want to make this quick because last couple of times it's been an hour message YouTube and it's taken me forever to edit, so I'm trying to squish it down hopefully to half an hour this time, see how we go. Hopefully, yeah, as I said, the bubble for from the fishes isn't too bad. Yeah, I'm not sure what else I can do. I guess we'll work it out. Let me know if it is too bad, and I'll have to find another way of filming. Anyway, let's get into it. So this month, well, I killed my stitching bug. I only had 10,000 I think stitches left in one of my oldest whips, and I thought instead of doing 1,000 stitches a month, I'll do 4,000 over 2 months, 2 and a bit months, and I'll finish it up. Except then I sort of got a bit bored with it, and then I'm like, right, well, I'll just do 100 stitches a day. But then that just broke my brain completely and my stitchy bug, so that didn't work. So we're back to, I haven't touched it since the middle of March, and in April I'll go back to stitching 1,000 stitches a month just to get it done. There's no rush. I did want it done before June, the retreat, or even September when my friend's birthday is, but I've decided that slow and steady wins the race, and I'll just stitch on it as we go. I'll try and put a picture of what it looked like last time we saw it up, and so far this month I have stitched 677 stitches for a total of 3,985 stitches for the year. I think it's around 80%. So what I did is I finished off that, so that's actually a set of row of pages finished now, and then I started working across to finish off the column. I think there's about 8,000 stitches left now, so it's looking amazing. I love it, but I just want it done. I just want it done. I do think that if I hadn't have done it on black, it would have been done a lot sooner. But you know, it's a 2017 project, so we're just gonna get it done and we won't stitch it again. So this is 2/1 on 18 count black Ada in DMC 762. It's from Fox and Rabbit when they were Litter and Thread, and it's their 2017 stitch along, and it's about 80% complete. There's about 8,000 stitches left, I think, which is why I'm like, oh yeah, I can do 4,000 a month and finish it off and call it done. Well, I could, but it broke my brain, so we won't. So that's that one. So April's plans are to do 1,000 stitches or maybe 1,200 on that. I can get about 100 stitches in my 30-minute lunch break. So even if I just take it to work and have it as a lunchtime stitchy project, that would be more than enough. So we'll see how we go. Next up is one that I worked on quite a lot at the start of the month. It's the current Peppermint Purple stitch along, which has got the design, center stage design of But First Coffee, and then I've paid for that border as well. Now, I wasn't going to do the center stage design until it was further along and I knew I'd counted correctly. However, for some reason I decided to take a gamble and I stitched the middle, and it is looking amazing and I love it so much. And I'm like, oh, the middle bit, the middle bit won't take too long. Yeah, no, it took me about a week and a bit to do, but it looks amazing. I love it. So I think that's second week of March there. So obviously I've got week 3, week 4, and then April when it comes up next week. But for the moment, now that I've finished the center stage design, I'm just going to wait for the second week in April, because that will give me, or even the third week, because the first week in April is this one, second, third, and that takes me to the corner. So then I can finish, the top of the border and maybe start working my way down, because I'm trying to do the border as I go so that I'm not leaving the border to last like I did in 2023, and I'm still going on 2023. So that's the 2026 stitch along. 18 count opal, my favorite, called for DMC in the colors that Claire from Peppermint Purple has chosen. Yeah, and I did start another one, another for this year stitch along, so I had 2, but then I've decided to just concentrate on getting this one done, and I may or may not go back to the other one. We'll see what the rest of the year brings. Whether I start a few more projects and that one just goes by the way aside, which will be fine. Then what I'll do is I'll show you, sorry about this, the 2023 one, which I've been working on. I've worked out that I can stitch this at Gertrude's dancing practice. So I'm the introvert that sits there and stitches the whole time, which is fine. It's fine. So this is what it's going to look like when it's finished. When I started it back in 2023, I did think that this border would take me forever, and I wasn't wrong. This border is just time consuming. It's insane. But I am getting there. So put a picture of what it looked like before it started, hopefully. Pretty sure I took a picture. So I've been working on, which border? This border down here. I've still got a few bits and bobs. Sorry, I'm making me seasick. No. I've still got a few bits and bobs on the edge here, and then I've still got all the weekly fills. So I've got 2 Octobers, 3 Novembers, and 4 Decembers, and most of the bottom border, and it's done. So it's really coming along. I'm loving how it's looking. If I don't have it finished by the time I finish the 2017 linen and thread, I will make that my focus piece, because this is slotted to be finished this year as well. I did make Gertrude's birthday week in 2023 the pink square. Kind of like how it stands up out as I can see it, but I am thinking of undoing it and stitching it in blue. I'm not too sure. might be sick of it by the time it's actually finished and not want to unpick and redo, so we'll see. My thing says that I have done 150, so 1.5 hours on this, but I know that it's more. I haven't been actually, I forget to track Monday, so it's probably more like 3 or 4 hours that I've done on this. So yeah, loving how it's looking, can't wait for it to be done, see how we go. Alright, next up we have my biggest project. When I fixed my stitching bug halfway through March and decided not to work on the linen and thread one, I decided that I wanted to go back to my original plans. What's important to me? What do I want to get done? So I went back to my biggest piece, which is 422,500 stitches. So it's going to take me forever, but that's okay. And I went back to it. So the goal is to do 1,000 stitches of this, or 1,200, to try and catch up a month, and just to see some progress on it until I can make it a focus piece, or put more time into it. But you know, any progress is good progress. I would say 5% a year, but being such a big project, I don't have enough time in the year to stitch that much, so on it, without letting other things go by the wayside. So that's okay. We'll stay with 1,000 stitches a month and start there, and we'll build on that. So that's what it'll look like when it's finished. Last time you saw it, I hadn't done that much, and like all my projects that have 40, 50,000, half of the stitches in 310 or black or 939, I tried to skip ahead and do the fun bits, the cool bits. But then my brain goes, no, that column's not finished, so you need to go back. So I've just been working with a 310 in. You can see, I mean, look at that leaf, it's amazing. So I think all of this is pretty much 310, so I've just got to fill it all back up. That's the top of the page, and I think there's the page in too. So I'm kind of sort of not really close to a page finish, and then starts the flower. Actually, where's the, can I do this? No. You need more hands, don't you? Everyone else makes this look so easy, and I just look like a goober. So I'm over here. So that flower there is like a whole page, and that's what I'm coming up on, and I can't wait to get to it. So I did try and skip ahead, but then we remember that Kelly can't count. So we went back to stitching it properly, and I will stitch in all the part threads as I go, to make it look less messy. But I'm loving how it's looking. Can't wait to be further along, but that is going to be a long time away. So we'll just have to slow and steady, be a turtle. Okay. Alright, next up is another one. I want to stitch 1,000 stitches on. I wasn't going to touch this one this year. My plan was that I'd do a lot of other things this year and leave this to last. But then I broke my stitchy bug stitching on something, and on 2017, and I decided that would go back to my original plan. So we'll do 1,000 stitches on this one as well every month. So that's what it will look like when it's done. It's by Stitches So Beautiful and Eda Jose Rosa. I just can't wait to get to the house up here. I was nearly there, if we remember from a video or two before, and then I had to frog it all. So I had to frog like 1,500 stitches, 1,000 stitches. So I wasn't very happy at all when I had to do that, and that's because Kelly can't count. So this is what it's looking like. So you've got your page here, your row of pages there. So I'll do 1,000 stitches a month on that. I'm hoping to get that row of pages done, and then perhaps the bottom row of pages. I can't even see what I'm doing. As I said, everyone makes this look so easy, and I probably just need more practice, but I'm just a goober in the meantime, so please forgive me for being a goober. So I think a row of pages along there. So that, I think, is 20,000 stitches. But we'll start with 1,000 stitches a month just to get progress on it until I can work out what I want to do and finish off my other two projects, the 2023 Peppermint Purple and the 2017 Linen Thread. I'm really happy with this. I love it. I can't wait for it to be finished so I can hang it on my wall. This one's actually going to be mine, which is very rare if you know me. Most of the times I'll just be stitching it because I love it, and then someone will go, oh, that's nice, and I'll be like, okay, you can have it. Yeah, so this one's going to be mine no matter what anyone says. So that's what that is. That's, oh sorry, I forgot to say, Waters of Nirvana is on 25 cream Lagana, 25 count cream Lagana, 1/1 in the Cool 4 floss, about 90 colours I think. This is on 18 count pewter I think, 2/1 with a Cool 4 floss, and there's 157 colours in this. And most, if not all, of my normal fabric is bought from Janet at JK Stitching, and she is the best thing since sliced bread. So I love Janet, and I love ordering from her, so she's my favourite. So there we go. Oh, and I keep forgetting to tell you how many stitches I've done. Hang on, let me look. So on this one I've done 697 stitches on it for this month and this year. And Waters of Nirvana, I have done 642 stitches in March for a total of 1,184 for the year. I'll probably edit and put all that information below as well as the percentages and all that sort of stuff, and when I started them. So I don't have a working memory, so it's just easier if I edit all that stuff in that everyone normally remembers and puts up. Next up is when I couldn't work out what I wanted to stitch on. I was doing 50 stitches here and 50 stitches there, and it was just annoying me so much that I couldn't get a rhythm with any of the projects I was picking up, and I was just switching projects every day, and it was just annoying me. But anyway, I started Paint Splash Out. I think it's from PinkLilyDesigns on Etsy. This one's quite big. I can't remember the size, but I did start it, and because, oh, upside down, because it's got the, it's not full coverage in the corners, I did a center start, and I really don't like center starts, but I did a center start just so I could start it. And I thought, excuse all the packed threads, it's a mess. I thought I could just work my way across. So the center start starts at its beak up here, and then I stitched about 300 stitches and worked my way all the way down to the bottom, and then I found something else that I liked working on better, so I switched to that. But it started, it's a mess. I'll have to tidy it up as I go. It's stitched on 28 count opal, 1/1 full cross, and yeah, now that I've found this other project, I'm not sure I'll pick this up anytime soon, but it is one that I want to stitch. I love owls, especially in cross stitch, so this will get done, not sure when, but I'm glad I started it. I've got something to start from and something to work off of. But yeah, it's not much of a start, but I thought I'd show it anyway, just to show you all what I've been doing. Yeah, and then I've only really got one more project, so this will be a quick video. Let's have a look. I did touch 2 other projects, but it was only like 50 stitches, so I haven't bothered showing them because you can't see where I stitched, and I didn't really make that much progress on them, so they've gone away for now. Work out what I want to do later with them. So last time we talked, I was working, I was trying not to start Flamingo and Flowers by Stitch So Beautiful as well, and I thought I'd work and finish on Gertrude, instead, because I have a lot of Stitch Is So Beautiful patterns. And so the other Friday I sat down and I was working on it like a good girl. And again, the part threads. But I spent like an hour on it, and I'd gotten maybe 50 stitches because it's just pure confetti, and I don't like confetti, and I wasn't enjoying it, and yeah, I wasn't having fun at all. So I've decided that this one may go in a do not finish pile, DNF. I'm not sure, but it's just going to go away, and if I pick it back up, I pick it back up. If I don't pick it back up, I won't, and I'm not sad about it at all. You know, it is looking amazing, and it does look amazing finished, but just the amount of confetti that's in it, it's 125 colours, and there's no one colour that is a majority of the colours, you know what I mean? Like in Waters of Nirvana, you've got 50,000 stitches or something like that of 310 and 20,000 of 939, so there's huge blocks of colour there, whereas this is just one spot here, one spot there, and I really don't like stitching that, and I don't feel like it's an efficient use of my time, so this will go away, and I may or may not, I'll probably unkit it later on. There was another pattern as well that I decided to do that with, to make room for something that I do want to stitch. So that's that one, and you probably won't see that one again. Next up is one that I finally started. After I decided I wasn't going to do Gertrude, I went, right, I'm going to start Flamingo and flowers. Gertrude calls flamingos fingerlows, so if you hear fingerlow, it means flamingo. She loves them, so therefore I love them, you know how it is. And Stitching Noni on Flosstube is also doing this one, and she started from the top. I did see this one when it came out, and I wasn't sure how it would stitch up. I wasn't too sure about the mock-up on Pattern Keeper, so I didn't start it, but Stitching Noni has done it, and she's just started, I think, up here. So she's done the whole top bit here, and it looks amazing. That flower up there looks unreal. So I started it. I couldn't help myself. So we've got Fingerlow Friday over here now. Now this is supposed to be only a Friday project, except my brain got stuck on it. And we've done way more than a Friday stitch. So this is a piece of fabric that I started, I can't remember what pattern I started down here. And then I was going to do the Lila Studio Halloween Quaker, and I started that up here. And then I decided I didn't want to do that either. I'd rather stitch on a full coverage. I'm really a full coverage girl, even though a lot of my projects that you see currently are non-full coverage. I love my full coverage the best. Now, this does look like a mess, and that's purely because I was trying to get to the fun bits. So bottom left start, I stitched, and this is all, there's 60,000 stitches in this, and I think like a third of 939. So I was trying to go and do all the fun bits, and so I've nearly finished the baby Fingerlow. You see him? He's so cute. But then my brain didn't really like that, so I'm like, well, maybe I'll go up here and I'll start the big one. So then I went all the way across, and then there's just a little bit more of 939, and that's the end there. I might stitch that in later. But then my poor brain, it couldn't cope. It didn't like it at all. So I had to go back down the bottom, and I'm trying to just do the flower here, and my brain still doesn't like that. And it's like, nope, you need to do this properly. So I'm down the bottom. This is 4 blocks of 10 up. One more block is a top of a page, and I think over here is the end of the page. My theory right now is I'm going to do the 4 all the way across and then go up more. Whether or not that actually happens is a different story. We know how I make plans, and then my plans change immediately after, so we'll see how that goes. But For something that was only supposed to be stitched on Friday, I touched it last Friday, the 27th. I haven't put it down. Every single day I've stitched on it. So currently I have stitched 2,845 stitches on it this month, for a total of 3,083 stitches for the year. So I did 238 last month. That means that this is the most stitched on project this year so far. The only other one that's got more stitches on it is the 2017 Linen and Thread, because I was trying to do 4,000 stitches a year. So that's how much I'm obsessed with this right now. And I know I should change over to one of my others to try and get to the 1,000, like Waters in Nirvana or Enchanted, but I don't want to. So Monday is close enough. It's the 30th of March on Monday, and that's close enough to April, because that's on the Wednesday. So on Monday I'll go back to my rotation. I'll do 1,000 stitches on Linen and Thread, 1,000 on Waters in Nirvana, 1,000 on Enchanted, and then I might put this as a fourth, so at least 1,000 on a Friday for this one, and then I can stitch whatever I want at any other time, at least. But minimum I need to stitch is the 1,000 on the other three. After that I can do whatever I want, because they are important and I want to get them done. But I am loving this, and I'm loving how it's like, you can see how I've sort of reached a line and I'm tidying it up as I go, and that makes me happy. Makes my brain happy. So I've got Stitching Sunday coming up next month, so I'll probably take this along just to stitch in all the park threads and make it look neat and tidy. It's funny, Stitching Sunday, I usually take like 4, 5, 6 projects and work on 2, so we'll see. And also my eyes are old, so I'll see what I can see. But yeah, so that's about it. So what else? Sock knitting. I've only just finished the cuff at swimming today of my second sock, so a sock a month isn't going very well, purely because where I would knit on my sock, which is a dancing, I'm stitching on Peppermint purple. So I like that. I like that I'm able to do that. It means I get to finish things, which is really good. After that I may take Flowers in a Grid, which is my brother's cross stitch I want to finish. That one's going to take maybe 4 years at 25,000 stitches a year. So that one needs to start coming into the rotation, but I'm not putting that into the rotation until 2017 Linen and Thread and Peppermint Purple 2023 are done. Once Peppermint Purple 2023 is done, 2026 will take its place, and I'll finish off Linen and Thread and put in my brother's cross stitch, Flowers in a Grid, and then I've got an idea of what I want to have as finishes next year. There's 2 that I have in mind, but it's only March, so we'll hold off on making 2027 plans just yet. So that's really all that I have to show you. No finishes. This start, I have a few starts that I'd like to do. There's a couple of patterns once they're charted that I'd love to start. I went around the house and collected up all my fabric to see if I could get away without buying some more fabric, and I can, so that's great. And then there's a few of my old patterns that I was having a look at the other day, and I went, oh, I'd really like to start that. They're about 120,000 stitches each, so I'm not sure, but I would like to start them. You know, worst case scenario, I start them and then I don't finish them. I don't go more than 1,000 stitches, and I turn the fabric around and stitch something else, and that's okay too. Yeah, so maybe some starts. The 2 new starts that I'm waiting to be charted are Flamingos by Stitches So Beautiful. They do have, everyone seems to mention this and I forget. So Stitches So Beautiful run a Facebook stitch along on their business page, and every month if you can, you join up on the post and they give you a free chart, at the end of the month. So to do that, you need to do 250 stitches a week, and you need to post on there what you're going to stitch and a picture of your starting point. So if I was to do Flamingo and flowers, I'd post my start down here, and then I'd do 250 stitches, and I'd comment on my post and reply to it that I've done my 250 stitches, and then you email them saying that you're a participant for March. I'll pop a picture up here of what their March pattern is. I haven't entered it. I've got enough patterns, and the patterns I want to start are not that one. It's beautiful though. I think it's a leprechaun or something. Yeah, so highly recommend Stitches So Beautiful. They are lovely, lovely people, and I love their charts. I've got so many of them now, and I've started so many of them as well. So maybe as a Flosstube extra or something one day, I'll just get all my Stitches So Beautiful patterns together and show you all my new starts. That's about it for this month. Next month's going to be crazy as well. We've got Gertrude's birthday on Tuesday, and she is buzzing with excitement about it. She cannot wait. All month she's been like, my birthday's at the end of March. My birthday's at the end of March. And then this week I said to her, well, end of March, your birthday's actually next Tuesday. She's like, oh my God, really? My birthday's on Tuesday? Wow. So she's just excited. She cannot wait. And then straight after that we've got Easter. We have family lunch on Easter Sunday for her birthday, and also Easter. And then 2 weeks of school, and then we've got school holidays, and I have to take an extra day off of work to look after her because I can't get coverage through vacation care through CC childcare services, not childcare services, whatever it is. Anyway, they only give you 100 hours a fortnight, and then they bill you, the vacation care bills in 12-hour lots, so your 50 hours is used up not how you want it to do. So anyway, doesn't matter, rambling. And then we have her birthday party for all her friends at the end of the month, and I've got a stitching Sunday in April. Lots of spots still available if you want to come along to that. It will be great. We're at our new location at Mawson Lakes. Head to the Stitching Sunday website if you want to check it out and come along. I'd love to see you there. So that's April, and then May there's nothing, and then June we've got the retreat. So I just got to get there and finish all the goodie bags. I'm still working on the goodie bags and packaging them up. My fingers are itchy. I really just want to start putting them together, but as soon as I do that, they're not going to fit in all the cupboards I've stashed all the parts in, so I need to find boxes that are big enough to hold them all in. But anyway, I'll work it out. And yeah, so that's my life for the next 2 months. So thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing and commenting. Please do so, or let me know what you actually let me know what you're working on below. I'd love to hear what you're working on. I'd love to see other look at other patterns and projects and see what other people are working on. And you know, I just love the community and the interaction and the connection. So please do comment if you watch and tell me what you liked about my video or what you didn't like, and if the fish were too noisy. Yeah, and I'll try and come back because I know it was about 6 weeks this time. I'll try and come back in a month, so that will be into April. Yeah, I can do that. And yeah, see how we go. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll leave it there. Bye.